Good evening, guys. We're going to look at lesson 11-5, two-way tables. Two-way tables is used to display and observe relationships between two sets of categorical data. What we mean by that is we're looking at categories that we can compare, like maybe food, who likes chicken sandwiches more than hamburgers, animals, who likes cats more than dogs, or how many people have cats compared to how many people have dogs or no animals. Different types of restaurants, Chick-fil-A versus McDonald's, and all that other good stuff, okay? Two-way tables show us the frequency or the number of times that something occurs. You may want to grab a calculator for this because you'll do a little bit of calculating here and there. All right, so Lexi conducted a survey and asked participants whether they were male or female and if they preferred summer or winter. Observe the results in the two-way table below and add each row or column to complete the totals. Then use the table to answer each question. So let's go ahead and look at the table and start adding across. So males, 23 of them preferred summer, 27 preferred winter. If you add that up, that's going to give you the total of males, and that's going to be 50. For females, 35 plus 15 is also going to give you a total of 50 females that were questioned. If I look vertically at summer, how many out of all the people questioned like summer better? That was 58 of the total amount of people questioned. And the ones that liked winter, there were a total of 42. Now, it's very important that this area right here is going to be the combination of this and this. It has to be the same value. So 50 plus 50 is 100. Double check to make sure that 58 plus 42 is also 100. Okay, now we can answer our questions. How many males were surveyed? Well, you can look at the male total, and you got 50. How many females? That was also 50. How many total people were surveyed? That's what we highlighted down at the bottom. That was 100. How many people said they prefer summer? 58. How many people said that they prefer winter? That was 42. How many females said they preferred winter? So you're going to go right in here and look at that. And that's going to give you 15. And then the last one, how many males said that they prefer summer? And we're going to go right here to find that. Okay, so once you have the table completed, those are pretty some straightforward questions that you can answer. Let's take a look at this scenario. Martin surveyed several students and asked if they had siblings and if they lived in a one- or two-story home. Use the survey results below to complete the two-way table. All right, so we are looking at one-story homes and two-story homes, siblings or no siblings. So the first thing I want to do is I think I want to figure out what is going to go into this block right there. So that means that it would have to be people that had siblings that lived in one-story homes. So we're looking at this part right here for yeses and a one story on the bottom to fit into that bubble. So I'm looking for a yes one. So I have yes one here, 2, 3, 4. I don't see any more, so there should be 4 people that have siblings and live in a one-story house. Let's change that color and see what we can find for people that have siblings but live in a two-story house. So this time I'm looking for yes and then 2 at the bottom. So there's a Y2, 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 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 people that have siblings that live in a two-story house. So the total number of people that have siblings out of this survey is 11, because 4 plus 7 gives me 11. All right, how many people have no siblings and live in a one-story house? Let's check that one out. So no siblings living in a one-story house. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all I've got is 4. Okay, and the ones that have no siblings living in a two-story house are what we have left. So we have no, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 of them. So add those up, and I'm going to have a total of 7. Now we can do our total columns. So the total number of people living in a one-story house is 8. Total number of people living in a two-story house is 10. Okay, and your total totals, 11 plus 7 is 18. And double check down at the bottom, 8 plus 10 is also 18. So now let's answer the questions. How many people surveyed live in a two-story home? Well, you're looking at total people that lived in a two-story home, so that's going to be 10. Okay. Of the people with siblings, so I'm looking at that first row, how many answered that they live in a two-story home? So with siblings in a two-story home is 7. How many people surveyed did not have any siblings? So we're looking at no siblings. How many total did not have any siblings? 7. Take your time with these. They're pretty straightforward, or at least I hope they are for you. All right. Number 3, let's look at a group of middle schoolers. They were asked what grade they were in and whether they preferred video games, sports, or neither. So we have to come up with this table based off that information. We have a lot of information there. We have 2 rows of it. So the first thing I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for 6th graders that like video games. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if there are any more than that. Do you see any more? I don't. I guess if we do, we'll come back to it later. All right, let's now see how many we have 6th graders that prefer sports instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's it. It'd be 6 and neither. I'm just looking for any of the 6th graders that are left for neither. And it looks like that may be it. So in the total survey, I had a total of 11 6th graders that were asked their opinion. Okay, now I'm going to go to 7th graders who like video games. Okay, so I'll do orange. So 7 video games. So there's 1, 2. I don't think I see any more. Okay, let's see how many 7th graders like sports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives me 7. And how many like neither? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that gives me a total of 12. All right, how many 8th graders like video games? Running out of colors. Do blue. 8th graders that like video games. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and how many like sports instead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And how many like neither? I guess that's it, just 1. So our total there would be 13. All right, now let's total 4 plus 2 plus 7 is 13. 6 plus 7 plus 5, that's 18. 1 plus 3 plus 1, that's 5. All right, let's make sure that our totals down here equal our totals over here, and that does give us 36 both directions. Okay. Almost done. Let's take a look at completing the two-way tables and then answering some questions about them. So we're talking to right-handed people and left-handed people, whether they prefer waffles or pancakes. So the right-handed people, 23 prefer pancakes out of a total of 50. So if I just take 50, subtract 23, that's going to give me the number of right-handed people that prefer waffles. Did you come up with 27? Hope so. Okay. I can't do the same thing on the next row. I can't take a total and subtract 15 to find out pancakes because I don't have that. But I do know how many total people prefer pancakes, and that was 58. So I can take 58 and subtract the 23 right-handers that prefer them, and that's going to give me 35 as an answer. Okay, how many people prefer waffles? Well, 27 plus 15 is going to give me 42. Okay, and let's see, left-handed people, 35 prefer pancakes, waffles, 15. So how many lefties were asked? 50. So again, my totals on each side, whether it's the column or the row, should equal 100. All right, now let's talk about people preferring the beach or the mountains. So blondes, 36 prefer the beach out of 90 total. So how many prefer the mountains? You're going to have to subtract there, and that's going to give you 54. Okay, so brunettes, 58 prefer the beach, 42 prefer the mountains. So how many were surveyed? 100. Red hair, 27 prefer the beach, 43 prefer the mountains. So that would be a total of 70. Black hair, we don't know how many preferred the beach, but we know there were a total of 100 asked, and 59 of them preferred the mountains. So subtract, and you'll get 41. Okay, so now let's add up how many preferred the beach. So we'll add 36, 58, 27, and 41, and that gives us 162. Mountains, 54, 42, 43, 59, that gives us 198. And then on the last one, 90, 100, 70, 100, it's going to give us a total of 360. All right, so we're going to use those two tables to answer these questions. How many more left-handed people said they like pancakes than waffles? So out of the 50 left-handed, 35 said they like pancakes, 15 said they like waffles. But the question says how many more left-handed people said they like pancakes than waffles. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 35 minus 15, and that'll give you your answer of 20. How many more brunette people said that they prefer the beach to the mountains? Well, 58 prefer the beach, 42 prefer the mountains, but how many more? That would be 58 minus 42, and that's going to give you 16. See how many more right-handed people said they prefer waffles than left-handed people. So let's see. Over here I would have 27. I have 27 right-handed people that like waffles. Only 15 left-handed people said they like waffles. So subtract that, and you're going to get 12. That's it, guys. I hope that was an easy lesson for you. My only advice is to make sure that you're answering the question that they're asking for. Slow down and analyze the question, and they should be easy ones for you.